Here we go. All right, so the set I'm using today is Rise and Shine. It is one of our reversible sets. It's photopolymer, and so like this stamp, you stamp it and then you can flip it on your block and make it the other way, so you can have a pair of mugs on your project. I'm not doing that today. I'm going to try it later. I was really kind of rushed. Hey Jackie, I'm on live. Is everything okay?
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay, can you tell me later?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right, he didn't realize I was live, so I'll get with him later. Hey, Carol. Carol, you want a prize. If you watch the replay, I'll be sending it to you. Okay, so you can flip these and get a mug with flowers and then a solid mug, and the same with the little tag. So I just thought it was really cute. And I have, we're going to make a card that can also be like a gift card holder. Okay, and so here it is. It's kind of monochromatic look, trying to keep it easy with, there's just a little punching and cutting of some layers. Okay, so, and here's the inside where I've got my business card in here, but this is about the size of a gift card. You've got this, but first, coffee. Okay, and I've got my coffee here that I'm going to be sipping on, away from my stamping surface so I don't mess it up. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so we're going to start with a piece of Blackberry Bliss cardstock, cut 4 1/4 by 11, and I'm going to score it on my Simply Scored tool at 5 1/2. Okay, so let me get this here. All right, let me fold it and do that. Okay, that's our card base. So I decided to go with the Peaceful Poppies Designer Series paper to keep with that same theme. And so that is cut, and I'll have all these measurements up. And let's see if I can find it. I didn't write it down. Okay, so it is, let's see, let me measure it for you. Oh, 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. Okay, so I did some 1/8 of an inch cutting this time to give a very narrow border around the outside of the card. Hey, James. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put that on. Now, this particular stamp set coordinates with the, I forget what it's called, the coffee cup framelits dies that were in the holiday catalog. Okay, so if you have those, it works with this. I don't have it, so I'm just using it without it. Okay, now I have another piece of Blackberry Bliss, and this is cut at 2 3/4 by 4 3/4. And to go over top of that, I have some of that So Very Vellum, which is also free with a $50 purchase right now. It's one of the new celebration choices. And I think I've got that cut a little long. See, I told y'all, I was rushing around in here. Let's see, I want that a little shorter, so see, here I am flying by the seat of my pants again. That should be 4 1/2, 4 1/2. So let me get I was just playing around and trying to get it to work. Is that going to be right? No. Okay, I'm going to cut 1/8 of an inch off of this. This is what I did last week, isn't it? I want just barely to show. Now, when I put the measurements up for you guys, it will be right. But I'm adjusting as I need. Okay, so on this now, it's vellum, so adhesive shows from underneath. If you're not, you want to be sure you have something to cover it with. So I know that I'm going to have a piece going over top here, like this, okay? So I am going to put some adhesive just going across like that. And I think I need some purple posy I didn't cut. Yep. Okay. Yep. Okay, so let me tell you the process here. I tried this with Whisper White here. And then once I went and finished the card, I used this linen and scallop linen ribbon, and it stood out like a sore thumb, if you know what I mean. It was like, ugh, that Whisper White. So I changed to Purple Posy, and I'm going to do that again. So I think I need 2 3/8 by 2 3/8. Okay, yeah, 3/8 by 2 3/8. I always have to go to that half mark and then move it over another 1/8 of an inch. Okay, let's see. Yeah, that's going to work. But see, that was just too, I didn't like it. So I switched to the Purple Posy, all right? And I didn't have time to recut, so that's why you're seeing it now. But I know you don't care. That's all part of the process. Okay, so that's going to go there. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp on that. And I'll need another little piece too for this Rise and Shine. So I am using Blackberry Bliss. And you know, Blackberry Bliss is a bold color, but I love it. So I'm going to open this up. And I'm going to ink up this cup with the little flowers. And I'm going to stamp off. Okay. And then I'm going to come over here and get my Stampin' Pierce mat. Since this is photopolymer, it gives it a little extra cushion. And just center that cup and stamp. Ta-da! Okay. So now I jazzed that up a bit too. I'm going to show you in a bit later. Okay, here is another piece of Purple Posy, and I want to do the Rise and Shine. And I love this little sunshine image here, but I'm using Blackberry Bliss. I'm sticking with this same color ink and stamping it. And then I'm going to get the Rise and Shine sentiment and stamp it right in the center. And then I can punch that out with a 1 1/2 inch circle punch. I believe that's what I used. Don't know why I didn't have it in my tray. Okay, so there we have that. And now we can move this aside. And then come over here and start putting this together. Okay. Let's go ahead and adhere this. So has anybody been crafting today or while you've been at home? I know I'm super excited to work with lots of new stuff that I have. Okay, so there we have that. And Now, that's going to go there, but I want to do my ribbon treatment first. So I've got this scalloped linen purple posy ribbon, and it's 9 inches, and I'm just going to wrap it around like that. And to help me keep it steady while I'm working with it. Oh, you made some cards, Lynn. Good for you. Yeah, I thought now's a real good time to be making and sending cards. I've got 1, 2, 3 that I need to get out tomorrow for sure. All right, so see how I have that there? And I'm going to use that glue dot underneath there, keeps it steady while you're working with it. And I'm just going to trim it off a bit here at an angle. And then I'm going to take some of this braided linen trim, and this is 2 inches, no, 6 inches, and I'm just going to knot it around here. Oh, Pam, she's in Washington. Wow. I finally just have to turn it off. I can't keep watching all of, my husband watches it quite a bit, but it's like, okay, I got to go out to the studio and work, and I just pray and stamp, pray and stamp. Okay. Is she doing okay, Pam? And I have, to my daughter, oldest daughter and son-in-law work in the medical profession. So, I especially know that, and I know we all do, that the medical professionals that are dealing with these sick individuals need our prayers as well. Okay, so see there? Okay, that just kind of makes a little backdrop for this rise and shine here. So what I'm going to do now is take some Stampin' Dimensionals, and I'm going to put one at the top of this circle and then one at the bottom. Okay, so now that's just going to go there. So what I did next is I thought, do I add rhinestones? Do I add gems, something? And I took my Wink of Stella and I just brushed over the coffee cup. And it blends the ink into those little flowers, but it's still lighter than the rest of the cup. So I think it just kind of adds to it without adding another embellishment. So Wink of Stella is an excellent little tool to have, or accessory to have in your stash to just add a little bit to the card. I mean, it makes a difference, okay? And if I see that it didn't blend into those little flowers, I kind of move it around. And it just moves the ink around a little bit, okay? And if you get some on the tip of your brush, and then you just, thank you, Parson. Okay. Oh, Pam. Okay. Yes, glad she's well. All right, so that's going to go there. This is, sometimes these simple with monochromatic cards just are really pretty. I really like it. And it's like, it takes, you just go with one color and then go from there. And I thought the purple posy would go really well with the Blackberry Bliss. And I wanted to use that vellum, which is in purple posy. Okay, so now we're going to work on the inside. And I was going to show you something. I even tried stamping the cup on Sahara sand. And I didn't like that at all. Because I was going to do this in purple posy, and I thought, too many colors. you know. So now I am going to use Whisper White on the inside, but I'm going to stamp on that first. So I am using, you can use your ink pad, but I find sometimes when I use words that, or I have some detail stamp, I like to just brush my Stampin' Right marker over the words. It says you got this, but first, and then I'll put coffee. And then you could leave this as just a card without the little pocket at the bottom, or use it as a gift card holder. Okay, so let's put that here. Okay, and then I'm going to take the fine tip side of my marker, hey Linda, and go dot, 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 dot. And then I'm going to get the coffee sentiment. And this is so cute. I love the mixed fonts in a set. Kind of makes different words stand out. Okay, so I'm just brushing it with the side of the brush tip of my Stampin' Right marker. But first, and the other one I moved it over, but I'm going to try to center this one. I like it better. I'm going to try it in the center. I hardly ever do two cards exactly the same. You know what I mean? Yeah, I like that. Okay, so now I want to take this. I have a 1 by 4 inch piece of Blackberry Bliss, and I am going to I used tear and tape on the other one, but it almost took up too much real estate, if you know what I mean. I just need a little bit of adhesive on each end, and then I put just a little bit along the bottom, and it makes like a pocket so that you can slide a gift card in. Okay. All right. It's going to go inside there. Thanks, Linda. Thanks, Diana. Linda and Diana are on my team. My Stampin' Up Stars team. All right. Okay, there's that. Okay, so that, just a simple card. You could totally make it more colorful if you had more colors in your designer paper. You could pull it out in the cup, okay, and in your stamping, your sentiment. But, you know, these are very simply stamped images. Look at the little flowers are cute. You can even put the little steam coming up out of the coffee cup. So, super cute. Okay, what you think? I think it's something you could have, even if you don't need to make it now. Keep the idea so you can make it when you do need it. Okay. Now, I've got to show you something fun. I was trying to just bring a little humor, not make light of any situation by any means, but I used this same stamp set, and I made a little box, a little bag. And so here it is. It's using this Let's Hang Out Soon, but first. Okay. Thank you, Elaine and Carol. And, you know, this is the little Blossom Punch. That's a celebration item. And this is the Flowering Foils paper. Okay, you ready? Let's hang out soon. But first, hand sanitizer. I couldn't resist. I mean, you know, it's like when I buy hand sanitizer of this kind, like Bath and Body, I buy tons of it, you know, and I thought, oh, I should have plenty. I've made and given away. And so I looked online today to try to order some more, maybe in, you know how they come out with different themes every year? Sold out. So anyway, but I thought that would be cute. So I'm going to show you how to make the bag, and then you can embellish it however you want to. So, okay. So let me get this over here. It's an easy little bag. So here's that flowering foil paper. It's the crosshatch one. It's the one I didn't use on last week's live. I'm going to leave this here so you can see it. Well, let's see. There we go. Okay, so thanks, Bonnie. All right, so let me get my Simply Scored, and I'll show you how to make the bag in case you want to do that too. So now that stamp set is free with your $100 purchase of Stampin' Up! Before shipping and tax. Okay, so it's a level 2, but it is a cute set, especially if you're a coffee drinker or you love coffee. You love coffee. So, okay, so here we go. 4x6. It's designer paper. So I'm using the large ball tip of my stylus because the small ball tip would probably cut through. Okay, and so 4x3, and I'm going to score at 4x3, 4x6, and I'm going to score at 2 1/2 and 3 1/2. Okay, so then we're going to turn this, and we're going to score at 1 and 3. Okay. See, that is so simple, and you could get 6 of these out of 1 sheet of designer paper. Okay, so all you need to do is round up your little hand sanitizers that you have in your stash from Bath & Body. I don't know if the stores have any or not. I haven't been to a Bath & Body Works here since I was in Southeast Texas, so you may have some luck, but don't know. They were sold out online. Okay, I'm cutting up to the score line on those 2 middle scores here, okay? This is simple box or bag. Okay, so now you're just going to bring up the sides and flap over. And the one thing I have to tell you to remember is if you flap this side over like that, you want to bring this and bring that over, okay? So let me go ahead and use some adhesive. And it's like, I can go ahead and make the other bag if you have time to watch. Do the rest of it if you have time to watch. But I thought it was cute. It's like, okay, let's hang out. But first, wait a minute. Got to be careful. So I thought, how perfect for right now. Okay, so there's the bag. See how easy? All right. So now, let's see what I did. Where's my little bag? Oh, yeah. I didn't have any rose gold paper, foil paper, so I used champagne. It went pretty well with it. And so I have a 2-inch circle punch, and I have this is barely makes it, but I can do it here. Let's see if I can get it. I did it on this side. There we go. Ta-da! 2-inch circle punch, and then I'm going to get a scrap strip of Whisper White, just out of my scrap drawer. And I have Let's Hang Out Soon. And I'm going to use my basic black Stampin' Right marker. And just brush over the top. Okay, let me see. I need to clean this, I think. I might just use my memento. Oh, no wonder. I don't think I got my black marker. It was gray. I just reached over there and grabbed. There we go. Now we're talking. All right. So let's get this on Let's hang out soon. That didn't, I need to do it again. The thing with this, using these markers, is you have to be sure you color every bit of the letter. Sometimes I go too fast and miss some. Here we go. Okay, and then I need, what do I need? But first, let me get another piece. That's very vanilla. Let me get Whisper White. Keep all these strips I cut off. But first, so now you can see, but first is part of you've got this sentiment. So the way you can use this is if you want to perform stamp surgery, you could cut but first off of there with like an X-Acto knife. I know some people are hesitant to do that, but what even easier is just coloring part of the stamp with your Stampin' Write marker, okay? But first. Okay. So now, and see, I got a shadow of the top one. So it is going to be cut out, so I don't have to worry about it. Okay, so what I did is I'm just going to cut these out pretty close to the letters. Is that how I did it? Yeah, I left these two together, these two words, but first. Okay, and then let's hang out soon. And then I cut close to the letters. And you don't stress about getting it straight because I'm going to cut each of these words apart, okay? Okay. So now I have this. It's a 2-inch circle. You could use any color, okay? Where's Let's? And I put glue on the bottom of the Let's because I have it up here toward the top. Let's, and it can overhang, okay, a little bit. Hang. And then I come over like under the E, out. And then I'm going to come like under the A, and this is a little, I need to trim this down. I'm going to get glue on my scissors, but oh well. Hang, out, soon. I'm going to trim this up a little bit too. Like this. Okay, I'm going to push this up a bit. Okay, I didn't leave as much room on this one, so I'm going to wiggle it up. I want to put that, but first, down there at the bottom somehow, okay? So I'm going to put a little adhesive right here, and I'm going to attach, but first. And you have to hold it for a minute, but it'll work. And that's going to go on here. And I might use some different, I think I might do white flowers this time. This is a small blossom punch. Hey, Donna. All right, let's see. 1, 2, 3. I'm thinking a color would be better, but I'm going for it here. I may add some colored rhinestones in the center. There we go. Okay, and then let's see. These are some of those holiday rhinestones. I think these are still available. I'm not sure. I'll have to double check. But you could use any color. You could take your Stampin' blends and color whatever color you wanted. Alcohol markers color over rhinestones, the clear ones. Okay, there we go. Now all I need to do is find my little stash of hand sanitizer to have another one. I think the colored flowers, if you can find a color you like, is better. Okay, so let's hang out soon, but first, let's be safe. Okay, so these are your two projects today using the Rise and Shine stamp set that you can get for free with a qualifying purchase from Stampin' Up. I'll add some details in the description of this video, and I will also link to when it's on my blog for the blog post, okay? Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for sharing, and I appreciate you watching. And I hope to see you again soon. And since I know a lot of people are home, I may go live during the week too and share some projects. So have a great one. Good evening. Good night.